There's been a recent trend of right-wingers trying to claim that Hitler was not on their side. They claim that Nazism was actually a left-wing movement. People like Jonah Goldberg seem to define left-wing as pro-state and right-wing as anti-state. This, however, seems to be a very new definition of the political spectrum. Traditionally, what people have meant by right-wing is a system that preserves and/or enforces social and economic hierarchy, while left-wing systems are those that encourage equality. For a state to grant or deny freedoms and privileges to people based on where they think those people should be placed in the social and political hierarchy is a right-wing thing to do, not left-wing. The whole point of Nazism and fascism were to enforce inequality. The healthcare programs that Hitler designed were for the purpose of lifting those of so-called Aryan ethnicity above those who were not. It was about giving privileges to ethnic Germans whom he believed to be superior and denying them to ethnic groups that he saw as inferior. It is profoundly mendacious to equate that with the socialist programs of Western governments today, whose primary goal is to mitigate inequality, with the policies of Nazi and fascist governments whose purpose was to enforce it. Being pro-state does not automatically make you left-wing. Being in favor of laws against sodomy, for example, is to be in favor of increased state power, but few would argue that such a policy is left-wing because its purpose is to enforce inequality. Socialism also is not necessarily pro-state. Traditionally, the word socialism has referred to a system in which those who operate the means of production are also those who own and control them. This was not at all the case in any fascist state. This, however, was also not the case in the Soviet Union. Under Stalin, workers had absolutely no control over the means of production and had far fewer rights and privileges than those in power. The most profound irony of Goldberg's attempt to portray fascism as left-wing is not only that it is false, but that the reverse is actually true. Communist states actually enforced rather than eliminated hierarchy, and therefore not only were Hitler and Mussolini not left-wing, but Stalin and Mao were actually very right-wing.